And we are good to go. How's everybody doing today? Janet Legere here from CLB Learning, and we are live on Facebook and live on Zoom, and it's great to have everyone here. Today, we're going to be talking about the CLB blogging platform, how to get one, how to use it, what it's all about. It's going to be a great call. Not sure how long it's going to take us, but we'll get through everything. We're going to do a really quick overview of the back office of CLB Learning, and I'm going to show you where to get information about the blogging platform. You must be an upgraded member in CLB Learning to get access to the blog, but it is part of your membership. We're going to talk about logging into your blog, how to get there. I'm going to show you what the default blog looks like and how you can make additions to your blog to spice it up and get more traffic through to and through your blog. We'll talk about how to add a leads leap widget to your blog, which is very beneficial. I'm always amazed for as little as I use my blog, how much traffic it gets to those pay-per-click widgets. It's really quite incredible. We're going to talk about how to write a blog post. I'm going to show you guys how to take our replays, our CLB replays, and whoops. Oh, Jesus. Show you how to use our CLB replays to make a blog post on your blog. There's a blog post once a week at least. And I'm going to show you how, if you connect your Leads Leap widget or your Leads Leap system up to the blog to broadcast, every time you write a new blog, Leads Leap's going to send a broadcast to all of your lists as you have it set up. So I think that's pretty phenomenal. It's one less thing you have to think of doing after you write a blog post, right? Because what do you have to do after you write a blog post? Get it out there. All right, so let's get started, shall we? We're going to go into a desktop sharing. And we're going to come over here into the back office. I am in the back office here of CLB Learning. Let's just go to the home page. All right, so as you know, in your back office of CLB Learning, everything you need to know to get started with CLB is right here. All right, we show you how to come into our Telegram group where you're going to get all your questions answered. We talk about our Facebook group and get you to come and like our Facebook page. We ask you to come and like or subscribe to our YouTube channel where you're going to get access to all of our replays. And then right down here, start your CLB funnel setup, which is the meat of CLB. That's where you're going to set up your capture page, landing page, your autoresponder, start getting traffic to your website, start getting leads, start generating income, because that's really why you're all here, isn't it? And it really is that simple. It is as simple as setting up your funnel, getting traffic to your funnel, following up with your leads. The income will come. It really and truly will. All right, so let's get started. We go up here. As I am an upgraded member, obviously. If you are a free member, you are not going to see this link right here. This says upgraded membership bonuses. It does not show for you. And so when we click on that, once you upgrade, you're going to see that link there. And back here, we talk about the CLB blogging platform. Now, as an upgraded member, you also get upgrades in all of our mailers. You'll get added to our rotator as well. There's lots of benefits to being upgraded other than just the blog. The blog is a bonus. Okay, it's a pretty big bonus. So you're going to come in here. You can have a look at our default CLB blog. So this is the default blog. This is what your blog will look like. Only up here, it will say list building with your name. So when Vicky registers for her blog, it's going to say list building with Vicky Osgood Watley. When Chris signed up, it says list building with Chris Wood. Darla says list building with Darla Key. So very personalized to you. Over here where it says get started with CLB, that's going to be linked directly to your CLB link. When we come down here, there is a default blog post and it says, welcome, my name is Don Legere. Well, we know your name is not Don Legere. That's going to be changed to your name, so that'll be personalized to you. And then down here where it says, do yourself a favor and check out CLB, that link will be directed to you. There is nothing really on the right-hand side, just, your recent posts and what have you. Those are things that you can add to, and I'll show you how to do that. who we are and what we do. This is a page, right? There's a difference between a page and a post. So a page is static. It's there all the time. You can click on it. You can add things. We're going to show you how to add a page to your blog, such as resources. So you can send people to all the tools and resources that you use in one simple page. But this page is simply a little blurb about who we are, meaning who Dawn and I are and how we created CLB Learning. And when you go down here at the bottom, it says what we do, the CLB approach, get started with CLB learning. This is going to be linked to you. So you see that your blog has your name on it. It'll have where it says default here, that's going to have your name that you choose for your blog. And everything else is going to be targeted to you. And then you get to update and edit that blog as you wish. Pretty cool, isn't it? I think it is. All right, so that is where you find your CLB learning. Now let's go. You've registered. Whoops, I should go back there and show you. I didn't click that. It's the heat. The heat is getting to me already. Click here to register. So here it says the password is CLB Learning. You need the password to access the registration form. I always know when people come in if they're an upgraded member anyway. So the password is just, whoa, what happened to my page? Oh, it doesn't CLB. And it went blank on me there for a minute. All right, so you click enter on that and it's going to bring up the form. There we go. Close that. So I come down here. So there's not much information you need. You need your full name, your email address, the username, and it explains up here, right? Username is going to show on your blog. So for most people, it might be your name. I recommend you use your name. On Dawn's blog, it's Dawn Legere. On my blog, I've got Coach Janet. So whatever you want to have there, you put your username, and then I need your CLB ID number because that's what I have to edit on all the pages inside the members area. And all right, so that's it. You fill out that information. I get that email with the information, and it can take up to 24 hours for me to create your blog, sometimes a bit longer, depending what's going on here. But rest assured, once I get that form, I will get your blog set up and contact you with your new blog and how to get started. So speaking of how to get started, I think I can safely close that. Now we're going to come over to here to Leasley, we're going to come to the default blog here. So this is Don's blog. So his blog is fairly default. We've just got who we are, what we do, getting started. See, list building with Don Legere. And the reason I'm using Don's because I want to show you how to add some things to your blog. All right, so he's got a fairly naked blog. And just minimize that. He's got, we have added a form here, so you can add a form to your blog to collect an email address and the name of any visitors to your blog. This is a blog post down here. You'll notice as we go down, that's one blog post. There's another blog post there. Stop pushing success, smartphone marketing tip. So, and there's the first one. Welcome to my contact list builder blog. Okay. So then if we come up here, you'll see we have the form. There's a search button, which is a default on all the blogs. And right here, isn't this cool? This is the Leads Leap widget. So I'm going to show you how to add that to your blog. And this is going to generate income. Now, don't get too excited. It's not going to make you a millionaire, but it's going to generate income that you don't have to do anything about except add the widget to your blog. All right, so we've got our recent posts, recent comments. And then down here again, I guess we added it twice, probably when we were doing a training webinar. All right, so you can see that you can add things down your sidebar. So we're going to show you how to do that. So I'm going to come over here and show you my blog. Okay, so here's my Coach Janet blog. Now you'll notice the first thing you're going to notice when we look at the main page. All right, so see how my main page comes up here, and here's Don's main page. Because he only has the home page, who we are, what we do, and get started with CLB. On my page, I have resources, appointments. So I have two separate pages. So if we go to the resource page, and I haven't edited this in a while, but it's on my list of things to do, I have Leads Leap and Udemy solo ads. Now I can add to this, and I will add my viral mailers that I use, and anything that I use that is very effective for me, I will add to here. Okay, so likely what's in the downline builder is CLB Learning, because those are the main tools that I use in my marketing every day. So it's easy to create a page. I'm going to show you how to do that. On here, appointments. So this is, I have an account with Calendly, and I've got they have widgets that you can add to your blog. So I've added the Calendly widget here. And so here people can come and book an appointment with me based on my calendar. So if we come back to our home page, I'm not sure why those are switched like that, but I can certainly show you how to change your menu items. We'll talk about that as well. And so here are some blog posts on my page. You'll notice that I have a banner here on the right hand side. So we'll show you how to do that on your blog. We go down here. I've got another banner to my book that I wrote a few years ago. We've got two banners to the CLB there. My recent post, recent comments, and then down here is my Leads Leap widget. Okay. All righty. Now let's come over here because we're going to play with Don's blog, and we're going to come to his dashboard. So we're going to click on dashboard. Now your menu is going to look a little bit different than mine because I am the administrator of the networked blog. Okay, so you'll see here my sites has a lot of sites, and I have the network administration and what have you. You're not going to see all that. Your back office will just have right here list building with your name. So it won't have all the administrative stuff. It'll just have what we see here. So I hope that doesn't confuse you, because you'll go into your blog and go, well, where is that? Well, it's not here. All right, so we're going to come down here. I'm just going to go over this menu briefly and show you the areas that you're going to want to pay attention to, because this hat is giving me a headache. Just like anything else, it's really easy to go down the rabbit hole. And it's really easy to go down the rabbit hole with your blog, trying to get everything set up, trying to do everything, trying to learn everything, trying to make sure everything is the way you want it. So what I'm going to caution you to do with your CLB blog is nothing. All right. Yes. You can certainly add a page with resources. We're going to show you how to do that. You can and you add whatever you want to your blog. Add the widgets down the side. We're going to show you how to do that. But don't go crazy getting your blog to do things, because at the end of the day, what you want to do is post on your blog. You need to start putting action on your blog. You need to start putting posts. You need to write things, and they don't have to be stories. You don't have to write a book. Although with Chat GPT these days, that makes it really, really simple. Okay. And like Vicky reminded us, if you're using Chat GPT, you have to make sure that you train the Chat GPT to speak in your voice, or make sure that you edit those posts so that they are more like you, right? You have to be careful of that. We'll talk a bit about that. All right, so let's go down the left-hand side here of our blog. There's an awful lot here to cover. Posts. Well, that's pretty obvious, isn't it? So let's just click on this. Right, and you can see here that Don has a couple posts that are still in draft mode, meaning that he hasn't posted those yet. All right, so here's all his posts. There's the original post. To add a new post, you're just going to click Add Post. And you can write your post. This is not difficult. So a title. Well, remember I said that we could write a post about the replays at CLB Learning. So why don't we do that? We're going to write a really quick blog post, because it's really the first thing you're going to want to do when you get your CLB blog. Because when you get your CLB blog that I create for you, it's ready to go. You don't have to put things down the side. You don't have to touch it. You can just write your first blog post. And that's what I'm going to encourage you to do. It is the first thing on the menu there, right? Posts. All right, so we're going to come over here. This is the Contact List Builder YouTube channel. Okay, these are my playlists for Contact List Builder. So you could pick any one of these. If we go to CLB, the CLB training playlist, there's 114 videos on here. So I'm just going to pause that because I don't want it to play. And I come down here and paused you. There you are, Vicky. We come down here on the right, you'll see, look at all there's 114 videos. That's 114 blog posts you could write. So right here, your daily action plan. So I could click on this one, which is actually the one that's playing. I don't want to play that right now, but I can grab this video here, right? I can share the video. So let's go over here to our blog post and we're going to go your daily action. At CLB Learning, we discovered how to create a daily action plan to help generate consistent traffic and leads for business. Enjoy the replay of this exciting webinar showing you exactly how to create your own daily action plan. This recording includes a live example from Vicky. Vicky doesn't mind me using her. who followed our resolution success system and set up her own daily action. All right, so now I want to put on the video. So I can go here, see, type, or choose a block. So let's go back to our video and I want to share and I want to embed. Okay, so I want the code. So I'm just going to copy all of this. I just have to click copy. That puts it into my memory there. And then I'm going to click here. I'm going to click the plus sign. Trying to get to the bottom so I can see everything. Here we go. And I want to click on code because we're going to put in a custom HTML. Sorry. And I'm going to put my HTML here. Right. And if we preview, bing, bada, boom, there's our video. All right. Now we could put at the bottom, consider joining CLB Learning to boost your business. And then maybe I want to put a banner there. So we can go back into CLB Learning and we can click on the affiliate toolbox. If I click on that affiliate toolbox, it brings up the tools and I'm going to come down to the banner. And I really quite like this banner here. So see, we have the code right there. So I'm just going to copy that code. It's got my link in there and everything. So I'm going to copy it. I might want to change that link, but we'll talk about that. So I'm going to come down here and I click the plus sign again, and I'm going to put a code in there. Maybe I should put, sorry, I'm going to change that to custom HTML. There we go. And preview, and look at that. There we go. There's our banner. All right. And that's really all we need to do. We're going to come down here on the right-hand side and we can add this. You won't have any categories set up, but you might want to. I can just put that list building. I can add a new category called CLB. There. Okay. There we go. It didn't put it up there. Add new category. CLB Learning Training. Okay, there we go. All right, so there it is. It selected it. And we can put in some tags. CLB Learning. This is Dawn's blog, so we'll put Dawn's name. Daily action. And then you can put other tags if you wish. And there we go. So that's it. That's all I want to do for that right now. And I can either save it as a draft or I can publish it. Okay, so I'm going to publish this. Yes, I'm ready to publish. So I'm going to click publish. So you can see it's updating. And so now we can go and we can view our post right here. And we'll come down here and look at that, your daily action plan. See how simple that was? Isn't that cool? Now I have already set up an author post for myself, so it puts it there automatically. And you'll see this banner goes to CLB Learning. So isn't that cool? Now, remember I said I might want to change that. So maybe I don't want to send them direct to that site. See how easy that is? I can just click edit post. Let me see if I can find my link. uh, it's not. All right. So bear with me, guys. I'm looking for my personal link. There it is. So this is my personal CLB capture page. Okay, so the link that goes to my leads lead capture page. So instead, so here is if I edit this page right here, see the link. This is the link to my CLB affiliate page. I want to change that to and I'm going to put blog on there. Now, do you know why I did that? So that's just my link to my leads lead capture page. And at the end of it, I put a little tag. So if somebody fills out the form on that page, Leads Leap is going to tell me that someone from my blog filled out the form on that page. So isn't that cool? So we'll update that and we're good to go. So now I want to come back to my dashboard. And that was just the post. So when you get your blog, that's all you need to do is start posting. You don't have to touch it. You don't have to do anything, but we'll get to how to do that. Now, media, this is where if you have your library, you can add pictures, you can add PDF files, you can add other files here. So then you can include those pictures in your blog posts. Okay. So that's your media pages. So remember on Dawn's blog, just let me go to the page. We have the page that says who we are and what we do and get started with CLB. So if we go to pages, here are those two pages. All right. We can edit those pages if we want, but there's no need to. We can add a new page. So remember on my blog, I have a page for resources. So let's add a new page called resources. Ooh, as soon as I learned to spell. Please enjoy my favorite and most responsive resources. And then I would come down here and I would add links to my favorite resources. So I could either add the banner there or I could just list them. So, and that would be the first thing I would do is list the resources I wanted to include on my blog. So I would definitely include Udemy solo ads. I would include traffic leads to income, credit mailer. And I'm going to include, what have I got on? Can't even remember. Isn't that funny? Right, Leads Leap. Leads Leap. Why wouldn't I include? And then I'd probably include, prospect, well, Geyser Co-op, stay-at-home mailer, whoops. And whatever, I have other mailers that I use that, I would put on here. Try the European Safe List. I get a lot of traffic from there. And then I would go into those programs and grab the banners and add the banner to each of those. Now, I might add a little subject beside it on why I use that resource, many top solo ad providers to choose from. Typically receive 30 to 50%. All right, something like that. Traffic lease income mailer, earn cash, reading emails, take advantage of the traffic leads to income CM. Traffic co-op. All right, and so on. Lead sleep, no limit, autoresponder, unlimited, capture pages, earn income, or I was gonna say very affordable, and so on. All right, and then we got our safe list, effective, safe list, marketing, and so on. So you might want a little blurb about each of them. And I'm just going to save this as a draft because I've not finished it yet. I need to go get all my banners and put my banners on there. So we could put one on here, right? I can just go into the back office of CLB Learning, which just makes it easy. Go to my downline builder of the program, and here's the solo ads. So I can copy the image, right? Or I can copy the image address. So if I copy the image address, I can come down here and I can click enter because I'm going to put in a picture. I'm going to put in an image and I'm going to insert from URL. And there's the URL and boom. Right, there's Udemy Solo Ads. So all I need now from Udemy Solo Ads is, now I know that this is my link to Udemy, but you'll need your link to Udemy Solo Ads. And so I'm going to come here and click the link button there. And then I want to open it in a new window so that you're not taken away from my blog. And bing, bada, boom, there we go. All right, now I probably want to space this there. So we got a space. And I'm going to save that as a draft. So then I'm going to come in here. I'm going to get the banner from traffic leads to income, etc., etc., etc. Pretty simple, isn't it? All right, so that's saved. Let's go back to our dashboard. All right, so there's your posts, your media, your pages. Those are the three areas you're going to use the most. So let's come down here to learn some more about what's in your back office, okay? So comments. Now, one thing you want to know about comments, I have the system set up default to request that you approve all comments. So that means they are held for moderation. And we do that so that if there's anything that's spam, you can just, you can set up your Akismet account, which is very simple to do, or you can just delete them. All right, so here's all the comments. They've all been approved. We don't have any spam comments or anything in here, so this one's pretty clean. But when it comes up, you would see comments that obviously are spam, and you can just select it and delete it. All right, then we come down here. This is where your settings are. So the appearance is everything to do with how your blog looks and your widgets. We'll come back to that one. Plugins, we're not going to really do much with that. These are plugins that are already included with your blog. If there's a plugin that you would like that we don't have, please ask me and I will look it up and see if it's network enabled. So it has to be able to be enabled for the network, and I can install that for us. Users, so this is your blog, but if you want to add another user to your blog, you can. All right, so this is Dawn's blog. I mean, we haven't even set Dawn up as a user, but you'll be set up as a user on your blog. I'll be set up as a user on your blog, but you can set up a new user if you want, because you will be the administrator of your blog. When I set you up as administrator, which means you have access to everything to do with your blog. Then we come down to our tools. Again, there's really nothing here you're going to be using. We've got an import, export, what have you. Feel free to check those out, but there's really nothing there that you need to do. The one thing we don't want you to do is get distracted with all these buttons to click, right? So under our settings, now we do have a couple settings here that you may want to, right? So our general settings, This has the name of your blog. All right. So remember, go to Don's blog, list building with Don Legere, contact list builder marketing blog, right? So if you want to change those words, this is where you would change that. If you want to change your admin email, this is where you would change it. Now, if you do that, if you change the admin email, you need to confirm it. So you'll get an email and you'll need to confirm it. And so that's if you want to change your time zones, this is where you do it. Now, the writing settings are just, we don't have a default post category, but if you wanted to set one up, you could. So I could set that up to CLB Learning, so it would always go there. Then we click on reading. This is what shows up on your blog. All right. So we have it set up so that if somebody goes to your CLB blog, they're going to see your latest post, not a page that you have set up. So some people set their blog up so that people see a page when they come in. So it's an introduction to themselves, something like that. And that's fine. And then they'll have a link to the blog itself, to the blog posts. We have it so that the blog posts are showing when someone goes to your blog, but you can certainly change that. And then these are just some settings for that, but most of them you're not going to need to worry about. Now, under discussion, this is where your comments come in. So see, the comment is held for modification. Again, you can change that, but I don't recommend it. Media, this is just the size. I don't think that you can edit that. Those are network settings. Now, permalinks, this is what your link is going to look like. All right. So we have it set up so that it's going to be your blog name and the name of your post. You can change it if you want so that it's a number or something different. That's up to you. It can show the date, but we find this to be the simplest. And that's, again, is default. All right. So that's pretty much, you're not really going to need to set anything else up. The areas you're going to focus on are going to be your posts and pages. Now, let's go to appearance here, because this is something you may want to play with. These are the themes that we have set up for you on the network. Okay, so you'll see there's quite a few different themes, and you can come in here. I can click a thing and I can look live preview. Okay, so if I click on that theme, it's going to come up and show me what my blog would look like in that theme. All right, so kind of looks funky. All right, so that's what it would look like. So that I can just click back. Whoops. So back to our themes. All right, so I can do that with any of these. I can change the theme if I want. Now, if we come here, we're going to click on customize our theme. You'll see that we have lots of things down here. We have site identity. We already talked about that. That's the name of your site. You can change the colors, the header image. This is your header image right here. See, you can change that if you wish. You can put a different picture in there. If you want a background image. Now, here's something you may want to change, and that is your menus. All right, so remember, this is the home menu. So this is the menu that's already set up. So here we are, who we are, what we do, get started with CLB. Now, I created a new page, but I didn't publish it. It's just saved as a draft. So let me see if it will show up. All right, so that page does not show up here because it's not published yet. But if I wanted to, I could put other pages up there. So do you see how I could just click a page? So if I went back to Don's pages and I published that page, it would come up here as resources, and then I could add it. So maybe we should do that just so it doesn't mess you guys up. I want you to see how that really works. So I can always come back and change that. So I'm going to edit this. And I'm just going to publish it. All right, and I'm going to come back to my menu. Lola, what are you doing? I want to go back to my appearance, to my menus, and I want to add to the menu, add to menu. There it is. Where's my resources? Okay, so now that page showed up. So I'm going to add it to the menu, and then it just puts it there. So I can put it wherever I want. Now watch this. I can grab it and I can move it up here, or I could move it here. Now I got to be careful. Do you see how if I put it there, it's actually a sub menu. So I have to make sure it's going to the side. So I want it there. Whoops, right there. Oh, there. Okay. So it's going to say home resources. Now I have to remember to save that. Got to save the menu. Save the menu. Now let's have a look at Dawn's blog. Whoops. And there we are. Now we have a resource link. Let's just click on it. And there's Dawn's resources for now. Isn't that cool? I think that's pretty cool. All right, so that's your menus. Now let's get into the widget area, shall we? So we're going to come down here. This is our sidebar widget. This big code here is the form that's on Dawn's page. You'll see we've got, this is the Lead Sleep widget. And it looks down here like I was going to put a block in here, but I didn't add anything. So I can actually remove that. Not enough room on my page. Delete it. Okay. All right. So there's our Lead Sleep widget. Okay. So if we want to add a banner to our sidebar, so I'm not going to add things, but I'm going to show you how to do it. You just click on that plus sign and all your codes come up here. Okay. So you can add, if you were going to add a banner, you would add the code. So you'd click on code. And here you would you grab your thing and you put it where you want it. Okay, so see how I'm dragging it around? So I want to put my code here, and there's the code. So if I want an HTML code, I'm going to click on this, custom HTML, and then I would put the code for my blog post, for my blog. Right, so remember, we went into CLB Learning, to our affiliate toolbox, come to the bottom, and I'm going to grab this whole code. And I'm going to add that widget. And we can preview it, and there it is. Whoops. Preview. I don't know why I did that. Well, it's because I clicked on it. All right. And I can update. And now I come over to Dawn's blog. There's my banner. So now we got two of them on there. Okay. Oh, here's Dawn's blog, right? Whose blog is this? That's mine. All right. Where's my banner? There's my code. Preview. All right. Oh, I've got to update. For some reason, it's not showing. Bear with me. Should be right under my farm. There it is. All right, so there's my banner. Now, if this is a little something you may or may not know, and it's something simple, so I'm just going to show you how to do this. How am I not at edit? All right. So you'll notice that that widget or the banner was not centered. So I'm going to teach you a little HTML code. So we're going to do the little square bracket, and I'm going to type center, and then a little square bracket. See how I entered center there? Now I'm going to enter the same thing here, but with a closing bracket. Did you see how I entered that closing bit right there? The little slash. And now watch what happens when I update this. And this is Dawn's blog, right? So I'm going to send, and then we come down here and look, now the blog is, or the banner is centered. So that's a very simple code for you to know. It's just the two brackets with center, and then the bracket with the forward slash, center, and then the close bracket. And that makes it centered. See how we did that? Look at that. Very easy. So that's how you add a banner. Now let's talk about adding this guy here, the Lead Sleep widget. Okay. So the first thing I need to do is go into Leadsleep, and I'm going to come down here under Earn. I just want to show you pay-per-click earnings. So this is from my blog. Not a lot of money, $5.71, but all I did was add a widget to my blog. There hasn't been a lot of visits to it even, but you'll see this was, 16 cents, 17 cents, 24 cents. I haven't done anything except add the code. Now, if I was more active on my blog, those figures would go up. So I click on Get Pay-Per-Click Widget, and this is your widget, okay? So you're going to come here, you're going to go Get Code. Now, pay attention to this. This is not the code you're going to use. You're going to come down here and use the alternative WordPress solution, okay? So this is the widget plugin. And the widget plugin is already on your blog. So we're going to copy that code. We're going to come over to the blog. And we come down here. You just want to add it, down here. I click on plus, and you're going to scroll down here. Scroll down till you see Leadsleep add widget. See, it's already included. So I got two of them on here, but that's okay. So I'm going to put the code here and save it. And we're going to look at our blog. We're going to refresh it. And right under here should be another, there it is, sponsored links. Look at that. That's as hard as that was. But what you have to remember, and I'm going to do it again, okay? When you come in here to get your widget code, right, you click on the pay-per-click widget code, you get code, and you can change those colors. Sorry, you see here, you can change all these colors here if you want. I just leave the default. Get code, and you need to scroll down to the bottom to get the alternative code, and you copy this. And then you come to your blog and you scroll down, way down until you see Leadsleep add widget. And, as you become more familiar with your blog, you'll notice all these cool widgets that you might want to add to there. There might be things you want to add to the side of your blog. But mostly you're going to use the HTML code and you're going to put the widgets up there. You're probably only going to do that once, and it's like a set and forget thing. You set it up, and then your major concern is your posts, right? Sometimes I lost them. There they are, posts. You're going to post. I recommend doing a post at least once a week, every day if you can. It's very simple to do a blog post. All right, so we did talk about... Okay, so I wanted to show you Leadsleep. All right, we talked about the blog to broadcast. So Dawn's blog is not set up on this, I do not believe, but we're going to go check it out. All right, so I'm going to come up here. Under your email marketing, there are two sections, blog to broadcast, and YouTube to broadcast. So whatever I do, so today we are recording our webinar, and when that's finished, I will upload that video to YouTube, to our CLB account, and Leadsleep automatically sends out an email to all of my subscribers with that broadcast. So let's go to blog to broadcast. And you'll see, oh, I do have Dawn's. Okay, so it's going to show, because I did post a new blog post. I think I did. It is going to show that there'll be a new broadcast set up. All right, so you can see that all these feeds are set up. So don't let that confuse you. It asks you for your feed. It's just your blog name /feed. Pretty simple. Okay, so you'll see that I have all of our blogs set up here. Dawn's, our default, and Coach Janet. So let's come over here to broadcasts. And look at that. Right there, your daily action plan. So here, right here, this is July 4th, which was last week when we did our daily action plan. Leadsleep sent an email to all of my lists with that video. How cool is that? And this right here, I can have a look at this because it is set up. Now, I have my blog post set up to not go out right away. It is set up as a draft. So if I edit this, look at how it did it. See, it grabbed an excerpt from the blog post, and then it has a link to the blog post. Now you can edit this right? And when you set that up, it goes out to all the lists I set it up to. So now I can say save and activate if I want, but I'm not going to. I'll keep that as a draft. Oops, since it was just a demonstration. So how do you set that up? Well, I showed you how to set that up. Let's go back to that because I want to show you some editing here. So when you set up a new one, well, let's do a new one. Add a new blog post. All right. So first you need your feed. So I can put a feed. I've already got that one on there. I'm gonna put Chris's on here just for because it needs a new. If I already put my link, it'll say it's already there. So it just puts your blog title here, and I could change that new blog post. There we go. And maybe I can even say for first name. There we go. Now down here, it doesn't give you a lot. It says I've just published a new blog post, so I could hi first name. I've just published a new blog post. We could leave that, read the article here, kindness regards, and it's going to put my signature. So I'm going to delete the name. It's going to put my signature in there. I think I have to tell it to. No, when it sets up a broadcast. So then I got to come down here and I'm going to tell it to send it to all of my lists. I want it to send it automatically and activate this feed. There we go, save. Okay, it cannot load the feed. I'm not sure why. Oh, probably because Chris already has it set up. All right, so something you guys may not know. Once your blog is set up, once I've set up your blog, it gets listed on our member showcase on contactlistbuilder.com. So look at all these blogs we have set up here. So I'm just going to grab one down here. Let's see. Don't think she's using her blog, so I'm going to grab that. And I'm going to send this one up here. See, all I had to do was add feed to the end. Just scroll down. I'm going to save it as a draft because I don't want it to go right away. And we're going to save that. There we go. So this is how smart Lee's Leap is. It knew Chris already has her blog set up. And it knew that. So it wouldn't let me use the same link. So I had to use a link that never been used before. So there it is. It has set it up. And there we go. So it will see, it tells you the first 55 words are your blog post. It tells you what's in there. And then you'll see it's put my signature. Cool. So that's all done for you. Once that's set up, when you post a blog post, the system sends that email out for you. Okay. I think I've covered everything I wanted to cover on this. I'm going to stop sharing for now, come back into the room and see if anybody has any questions. Oh, Chris is having technical difficulties. I didn't bring up my Facebook feed, but hopefully there's no questions there. All right. Any questions from anyone? Hopefully that gave you a good overview of our blog and you got a good idea of how to use it. You know, remember, really, you can set up a couple pages for your resources and maybe for your primary business. It's always another great one to set up, you know, whatever your business is. You can set up as many pages as you want. There's no limit there. But at the end of the day, you really want to keep it simple and start posting articles and getting that information out there. All right. Well, that's it for me today. Don and I are yeehawing. We're going stampeding. My son-in-law has a company barbecue, Stampede barbecue every year, so we're off to go and enjoy that in the 34-degree heat. Yay! Yeah, and just so you know, in Calgary, we don't say Yahoo, we say yeehaw. So yeah, you can change the theme of your blog, Elizabetta, absolutely. And you know, and you can change it back. So if you change it and you don't like it, you can just change it back to the default. Okay. And with the themes, if there's a theme that we don't have that you would like, because WordPress has a billion themes, let me know. let me know the name of the theme, and I'll see that if it's a networked theme, I can upload it for you. Okay. So thanks for being here, guys. You are awesome. We will be we will be back here next week talking about Leads Leap. So we're going to go through why you want to be an upgraded member of Leads Leap, all the very powerful tools that are available to you to that amazing little program. How it slipped by me all those years, I'll never know, but I'm sure glad we're using it now. So you guys have yourselves a great week, and we'll see you here next Wednesday. Ciao, ciao for now.